Welcome back. Let's continue exploring our obstacles to having what we want in life, our obstacles to having financial freedom. Towards the end of this tape, we'll also start focusing on creating what we want. So the next thing that we'll be doing together is using a process that you've already learned. It's called the special release process. Now, it was specifically designed to be used with people, but it also is very powerful to use it on situations, and we'll experiment with that together right now. And remember, when you use this process, some of the releasing will happen spontaneously. And it's always just a choice. For instance, to allow the situation to be the way it is just a choice. You'll get a sense of it as we get into the work together. The other important thing is to welcome whatever comes up as we work through this process. In other words, if I say, "Did money try to control you?" Welcome whatever comes up into your awareness. And you'll see that a lot of it will release just in your allowing it, or letting it be. And I'll also at times ask you secondary questions to help you do even further releasing. So have you ever felt that money tried to control you? Now, it might be a silly question because it's an inanimate object, but we sometimes feel that way. And could you welcome your wanting to control money back? And then could you let that go? Did you try to control money? Most people are wanting to control money all the time, so that's an easy one. And for right now, could you let go of wanting to control money? Did money try to control you? Did you ever feel controlled by money? And if so, could you let go of wanting to control it back? Did you try to control money? If so, could you let go of wanting to control money? Did money try to control you, or did it feel that way? Have you ever felt at the effect of money? And could you let go of wanting to control money? And did you try to control money in any way? If so, could you now let go of wanting to control money? Now, could you grant money the right for money to be the way money is? Remember, it's just a decision. And in doing that, you'll be powerfully shifting your relationship to money. Would you grant money the right for money to be the way money is, just for now? Do you now grant money the right for money to be the way money is? If you were able to do that even a little, notice how much better you feel inside. If you feel like there's more releasing to do on the control, you can pause the tape and do some more on your own using these questions. Or you can just move on. Did you dislike or disapprove of anything in money? Or anything about money? And if so, could you let go of withholding your approval for money? Could you let go of that dislike or disapproval for it? Did it feel somehow that money disliked or disapproved of anything in you? Now I know that's a little bit of a stretch, but we might feel that way. And could you let go of wanting approval from money? Did you dislike or disapprove of anything in money? And could you just for now let go of your dislike or disapproval for it? Did it feel like somehow money disliked or disapproved of you, was withholding in relationship to you? I know this might not make sense, but the feelings might be there anyway. And could you let go of wanting approval from money? Did you dislike or disapprove of anything in money, anything about money? And could you let go of wanting to do that, of withholding your approval for money? And did it feel like somehow that money disliked or disapproved of anything in you, silly as that may be? And could you let go of wanting approval? Now could you just for now allow yourself to have only love or acceptance feelings towards money? Just could you? Would you allow yourself to have only a sense of love or acceptance towards money? Do you have only a feeling of love or acceptance towards money? Remember, it's just a decision or a choice. And notice again how just this little bit of releasing on approval in relationship to money has shifted your awareness again. You can continue doing this on your own, or just continue as we move on to wanting security. Did you somehow feel that money challenged, opposed, or threatened you in any way? Or anything about money did that? And if so, could you let go of wanting security or survival? And did you challenge, oppose, or threaten money in any way? Now again, since money isn't really a person, even though we do anthropomorphize it, this might be a little bit of a stretch, but on a feeling level, it might feel that way. And could you let go of wanting to challenge, oppose, or threaten money? Did money challenge, oppose, or threaten you? Or did it feel that way? And if so, could you let go of wanting the security or survival that pulls up into your awareness? And did you in some way challenge, oppose, or threaten money? And could you let go of wanting to do that? Did money challenge, oppose, or threaten you? Or did it feel that way? And if so, could you let go of wanting that security or survival? And did you challenge, oppose, or threaten money? Or did you want to? And could you just allow that to release? Could you allow yourself to have only a feeling of well-being, a feeling of safety and trust with money? Would you allow yourself to have only a feeling of well-being, a feeling of safety or trust with money? Do you have only a feeling of well-being, a feeling of safety and trust with money? Remember, it's just a choice. And you can cycle back through these questions on your own and keep releasing until you can say yes to all 3 questions at the end. If you do that, you'll see your whole feeling relationship to money will shift. And even though money is not a person, we feel in relationship to it, even though it is just something in our awareness. And releasing on it in this way can really clear up a lot. This is a very powerful way of releasing. So you can pause the tape now and do some more work on this. Or just continue. Now let's use the advantages and disadvantages sheet to focus on having abundance, on having what we want in life. And remember to release on both the advantages and the disadvantages. Releasing on both sides will pull you towards having the goal of financial freedom and abundance. So what's an advantage to you in having financial freedom or abundance? And is that coming from a wanting approval, control, or security, survival? And whichever want it is, could you allow yourself to let it go? Now, what's a disadvantage to you in having financial freedom or abundance? And if none comes up, just release on that. And see if there's any wanting approval, control, security, or survival. And whichever want it is, could you allow it to release? Remember, if you don't feel like you have financial freedom or abundance in your life now, there are probably hidden disadvantages to having financial freedom or abundance. So just stay open to this process and allow yourself to focus on whatever the first thought or feeling is that comes to mind, and then we'll release on it. So what's an advantage to you in having financial freedom or abundance? And is that coming from a wanting approval, control, or security or survival? And whichever want it is, could you allow yourself to let it go? And what's a disadvantage to you in having financial freedom and abundance? And check to see if it's coming from a wanting approval, control, security, or survival. And whichever want it is, could you allow yourself to let it go? And what's an advantage to you in having financial freedom or abundance? And is that coming from a wanting approval, a wanting control, or a wanting security or survival? And whichever want it is, could you allow yourself to let it go? And what disadvantage is it to you to have financial freedom or abundance? And is that coming from a wanting approval, a wanting control, or wanting security or survival? And whichever want it is, could you allow yourself to let it go? And what advantage is it to you to have financial freedom or abundance? And is that a wanting approval, a wanting control, or a wanting security or survival? And whichever want it is, could you allow yourself to let it go? And what is the disadvantage to you in having abundance or financial freedom? And is that coming from a wanting approval, a wanting control, or a wanting security or survival? And whichever want it is, could you allow it to release? And what advantage is it to you to have abundance or financial freedom? And is that coming from a wanting approval, a wanting control, or a wanting security or survival? And whichever want it is, could you just allow it to be released? And what disadvantage is it to you to have financial freedom or abundance? And is that coming from a wanting approval, a wanting control, or a wanting security or survival? And whichever want it is, could you just set it free? Now, this process is something that you can continue on your own if you'd like. I've sometimes done advantages and disadvantages on a topic for more than an hour at once. In fact, even longer than that. Because each advantage and disadvantage together is a whole layer of feeling about that particular topic. And as you let it go, you'll be getting closer and closer to having the financial freedom and abundance that you've always wanted. Now let's move on. Allow yourself to picture what it would be like in your life to have total financial freedom and abundance. And remember, visualization or picturing may be visual, it may be kinesthetic, or it may be auditory. So allow yourself to use whatever senses you're most comfortable with. But allow yourself to paint a vivid picture of having all the money that you've always wanted, of having financial freedom and abundance. And just really let yourself get into it. Let yourself experience it fully. Engage all your senses on every level. And then check to see if there's anything inside of you right now that's saying, no, I can't have it, I shouldn't have it, it's not here, it's not possible. Or any other thought or feeling to the contrary. And then check to see if there's any wanting approval, wanting control, or wanting security or survival. And whichever want it is, could you allow yourself to let it go? Again, go back to allowing yourself to picture having abundance now. Having financial freedom now. It is in this moment. See what that looks like, what that feels like, and what that sounds like. And then check to see if there are any thoughts or feelings to the contrary. And then see if there's any wanting approval, wanting control, or wanting security or survival in association with those thoughts or feelings. And then could you let it go? Again, allow yourself to visualize having financial freedom and abundance. What is your life like now that you have it? That it is now? Let yourself picture it as vividly as you can. And then see if that's coming from a wanting approval, a wanting control, or a wanting security or survival. The picture itself, see if there's any wanting in the picture itself. And if there is, could you just allow that to be released? Now again, allow yourself to picture financial freedom and abundance in your life now. And check to see if there's anything inside you right now that's still holding back or resisting that, or saying you can't or shouldn't have it. And if there is, see if it's coming from a wanting approval, control, or security. And whichever want it is, could you allow yourself to let it go? Now again, allow yourself to picture financial freedom and abundance now. Know that it's okay to have it. And could you just allow yourself to welcome that picture fully into your awareness? Embrace it. Nurture it. Let it be here. Allow yourself to rest in the knowing that it's okay to have this, and that it is now. And just allow yourself to accept financial freedom and abundance into your life. Know that you deserve it. So start to bring your awareness into a more external focus, and allow yourself to take whatever you gained in this class, this mini class on abundance with you. Listen to this tape often. The more you listen to it, the more you'll get out of it.